Okay, gang, let's talk about making movies. So I learned how to make movies by making a movie. It was a massive pain in the ass. It took all of my energy, all of my time, and I can't wait to do this for the rest of my life. Pink Elephant is about Julie, a Hurricane Katrina rebuilder volunteer with a bad attitude, battling an existential crisis and the frustrations of having the best intentions trying to save the world, and the supernatural effects of playing God. I had been rebuilding houses in New Orleans years and years after Hurricane Katrina. The lower ninth ward was still destroyed. I was living in the very hostel that we filmed in for the movie. It was the only location that we had permission for, and ironically, the only location that we actually had issues filming at. I'm never not location scouting. The Jesus Lives house was just a couple blocks from where I lived. It was weird how just walking past this like every day and reading what people were writing on it, it just became like such a huge character in the movie. Here I am showing my mom around, showing her where I get into all my shenanigans. Film school lesson number 1, ask for forgiveness and not permission. But just like the character of Julie in that, I went down there right after college and I was just making myself useful.
Poor bastards, they just want to save the world.
I had already been making all these movies since I was a little kid.
You're out here in the woods. Stop, man. You're not scaring me. Ah! This is my documentary.
Was just like, let's make the big one, but I wasn't sure how I was gonna pull that off yet. And the whole time that I was rebuilding houses, I was making notes on this story that I knew that I wanted to tell. I knew that I wanted to do this existential piece about like the creation of religion. I was really fascinated with making a ghost story that has to do with drinking so much that you have hallucinations, in that you like open yourself up to spirits. Even as I was writing that story, I was meeting people in New Orleans that were really like pushing that story forward. I started renting a house in the neighborhood that I was volunteering in. I was working as a PA on like bigger productions. We did also try crowdfunding. We raised about $1,000 that cleanly paid for craft services. And besides that, it was just me spending every dollar that I could into this and counting on other people needing resume work to volunteer. Then I was a server at a dine-in movie theater and I was saving up for very minimal equipment. I got a Panasonic GH4, I got a Tascam. I saved up for as much equipment as I possibly could, but also I had to design what we were taking with us from location to location, keeping in mind that we were going to be trespassing everywhere we went. So it was going to be a real quick guerrilla shoot and we were going to need to pick up and run if we actually ever got caught at any of our locations.
Listen, I don't know what this is. Maybe this is why they brought me here though. Okay? This volunteer work was just a hunch, something to make me useful. I couldn't do anything else.
All the locations are really close together in my neighborhood in the lower ninth ward. I wanted to tell this story where you see this big adventure in this little place like I do.